Hey guys, it's Tiff. What is freaking up, you guys? Oh my goodness, I have been wanting to make this video for so freaking long now that I cannot believe I finally did it. I finally made myself a bullet journal. I have been bullet journaling a little bit on and off for the last few years, but this year I'm getting very serious about it. In my last video, I showed you guys that I actually have 3 separate journals: a bullet journal, a video journal, and an actual journal. And literally 2 of you guys, just 2 of you guys asked me if I can make a bullet journal setup video, so I am literally making this video for you guys. Shout out to the 2 people that wanted this video, and shout out to everyone else who actually watched this video, because bullet journal videos are actually so much fun to watch. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my little setup. I will say I'm pretty much a bullet journal minimalist, so if you guys want to watch some people that are really good at bullet journaling, then I would suggest Amanda Rachel Lee. She is literally the goddess of bullet journals. She's honestly one of the biggest reasons I got inspired to start bullet journaling a few years ago. I worked so hard on this video, so make sure you guys thumbs up this video if you guys like it. But without further ado, because I'm talking a lot, let's go ahead and get started. Woo! So for my 2020 journal this year, I actually bought this journal off of Amazon for less than $12, which is actually so insane. So I'll link it down below for you guys if you guys want this journal as well. I will say there are some negatives from buying this journal. This journal does have dots that are actually kind of dark, which I didn't think would bother me, but it actually is pretty distracting. But we're starting off this journal on a cover page. I actually didn't write my name inside of my journal yet. I'll do that after this video. So for my cover page, I originally wanted it to be 2 pages, but I decided at the end of the day that it should just be 1 page, because honestly it doesn't need to be 2 full pages. So with pencil, I'm just sketching out the numbers 2020. As you can tell, drawing is definitely not my strong suit. If you guys aren't good at drawing, I suggest just sketching things out. When you sketch things out, you kind of see what's happening, and then afterwards you can outline it and erase it, and it just looks a lot better. So to outline everything, I'm using a Crayola Super Tips marker in the color black, but you can use any marker. I just find that this marker doesn't completely bleed through the pages. And of course, I'm just filling all of that in. Now to make things pop a little bit, I'm just grabbing a white gel pen, and then I'm just kind of outlining the numbers. So it looks like there's a spotlight happening from the left side that's kind of just shining on the numbers, so it looks a little more 3D. Then I'm taking this pen. This is the Tombow pen that literally every other bullet journaler uses to do calligraphy, and I try to do calligraphy in this pen, and honestly I'm just not good at calligraphy just yet. So I promise by the end of 2020 that is going to be one of the goals that I work towards. And since it is the start of a new year and a new decade, I just wanted to fill this page with a lot of sparkle and glitter. So I'm just adding a bunch of sparkles and glitter and circles and stars, kind of spacing things out sporadically. And then I'm taking a yellow Crayola marker and just kind of adding a little bit of color, and I'm also grabbing a gold gel pen to add more color as well. Now I don't like how it did bleed through the second page, so what I'm doing is I'm going to use double-sided tape to tape the 2 pages together, because that just annoys the crap out of me. Now this page I'm making is kind of like a key of all of my washi tapes and stickers that I own. I own a lot of washi tape and a lot of stickers, and I kind of wanted a place in my journal where I can actually see all the tapes and stickers that I have. And looking back at it now, I should have used 4 pages for all of the washi tapes and stickers that I have, because I wasn't able to fit everything in it. And on top of that, I know that over the next few months I'm going to keep buying more stickers and washi tapes, and that's kind of the reason why I made this page, is because I keep buying stickers and forgetting which stickers I already have. So this will be a place for me to just look back on every time I'm journaling, to be like, okay, I need to use these stickers before I can buy more stickers. And I'm kind of using this like groovy 70s font. I ended up not loving this font, and I wish I made the font a lot smaller because it took up so much space. But in the end, I tried to make things pop by using the little white gel pen trick. And here is my sticker collection. This is probably 3/4 of it. I couldn't fit everything on these 2 pages, but these are the ones that I use the most. Also, this little time lapse took me so long to do. Just cutting out every single washi tape that I own was such a struggle. I have 48 of these really thin washi tapes, and I could only fit so many of my thicker washi tapes. But either way, I actually don't use my thicker washi tapes as often, so that was completely fine. And so my next page I'm working on is my vision board. I'm using my Dymo embossing label maker, which honestly is so amazing. I literally use this all of the time when I'm labeling and organizing everything that I own inside of my house. And I've actually never made a vision board before, but I decided that this year I wanted to make a vision board of my happiest moments in 2019, just to like relive those moments where I felt like I was accomplishing things, because I know a lot of vision boards, you use pictures of other people, but I wanted to be kind of inspired by how I felt in these moments. So I just made a little vision board of these 6 Polaroids. I actually printed all of these photos using my Instax mini link. Honestly, get one. It is so amazing because you can just print photos from your phone. This way you can control the saturation and the light and then make it into a Polaroid. And then of course, every single vision board has to have some inspiring quotes. So I just had 2 quotes that I wanted to kind of stick onto this vision board. One is, don't overthink, just let it go. I think this kind of inspires me to be passionate about the things that I want to do on YouTube and in my life, instead of thinking if people are actually going to watch the videos that I want to make. And then the second quote I chose was, honestly, I can't read it, it's so small. She believed she could, so she did. And again, I think this is just like me manifesting my own destiny. As long as I believe I can do something, I'm pretty sure I can do it. Now, this next page, I was actually inspired by Ava Jules. I watched her bullet journal video and she made a page that was dedicated to her dream self. So again, I used my label maker. I cut out all of the little letters and I just titled it Dream Self. And if you guys have never heard about this, pretty much what you do on this page is you kind of just write down things that you want your dream self to be. So for me, my dream self doesn't eat candy every day. She wakes up at 9 a.m. She texts her friends back on time. She's patient. She's kind. She posts a video every single week. So those are kind of things that you can think of when you're making your dream self. Now, the next page I'm working on are actually goals and resolutions. I accidentally messed up because this was supposed to be my bucket list page. So I ended up just writing down a lot of things that were on my bucket list for 2020, but also were my goals and resolutions. P.S. This was so hard to do with my long nails. This was such a struggle. I don't think I will ever put myself through this ever again. So some of my bucket list items and goals for 2020 is to travel to Asia, go to Coachella for the 7th time, and a lot of other random things. Now, the next page I'm working on, I saw Ava Jules do as well, and I thought it was so helpful. So this is my habits with replacement habits page. I have a lot of bad habits that I want to fix, and seeing what I can do to replace them is hopefully going to help me change all of those things. So on one side of a column, you're going to put all your bad habits that you have, and on the second column, you're going to put little replacement habits that you could do that are super easy, that'll help you change your bad habits. So for me, I have a bad habit of waking up after 9:30 a.m. So my good habits that I'm going to do to hopefully replace those is I'm going to start going to bed earlier, and I'm going to start turning on a daily alarm. Again, this is super helpful because you can visualize everything that you want to work on, which again is just going to help you manifest your destiny. And now the next page I'm working on is things to check out. These are just books, music, movies, and shows that I want to watch in 2020 that I've heard amazing things about. So I'm using this stencil that I found on Amazon that was super inexpensive. I'll link it down below for you. I'll link everything that I used in this video down below for you guys as well. But I'm using this stencil. I really loved how it looks. I kind of wish that I did all of the titles with this stencil, but kind of hard to go back now. And then for my next page, what I'm doing is, again, I'm just grabbing some washi tape, kind of creating a border with it. And this first page is going to be new people I've met in 2020. I used to do this when I was an intern at my business firm. I used to write down every single person's name that I met and then a little fun fact about them. So where are they from? Do they have siblings? And this is just a really good way to kind of reiterate who you've met, to kind of remember them. So I normally, what I like to do is I like to put this in my phone and then transfer it into my journal so I can look back in the future and see what year I met this particular person. And it doesn't need to be anyone specific. It doesn't need to be someone important. It can literally be a stranger that I had a conversation with. So So again, I'm just using my stencil to write out who, when, and facts. Who is the person's name, when is what day and where, and then facts are like, do they have siblings? Where are they from? What do they like to do? Where do they work? Etc, etc. Now the second page I'm working on is a payment tracker. As a YouTuber, I literally don't get paid. Sometimes for months and months after I do a project. I'm really lucky if I get paid a month after I do a project. That is like amazing to me. So I am a huge believer of taking charge of your own finances. So for me, I like to make sure that I'm actually getting paid for these projects. It's something that I'm gonna want to look back on when I'm like 50 years old to see which projects I worked on, because I honestly think I've worked on such cool projects. So the next page I am working on, I am doing the same thing where I use the same washi tape to kind of create a border, and this first page is going to be a video log, and then my second page is going to be video ideas. So what I'm doing is I'm just splitting the video log into 2 columns, and I'm just writing out the months of the year, and I want to post videos every Friday. I know it's currently Sunday. Even though my goal is to post videos on Friday, I always end up posting them on Sunday. But what I'm doing is I'm writing down every Friday in 2020. So January 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31 are Fridays of 2020. And I'm just writing down what video I release that week. So this way, after I post a video, I can go back and log in which video I uploaded that week so I can just look at it in the future. Honestly, it's a goal of mine to post 2 videos a week this year, but I know that's not gonna happen. But as long as I post 1, that's gonna make me so happy. And here is the moment I freaking realized that I completely did this incorrectly. It's January, February, March, April, and I accidentally put June because I'm a dummy. Oh my god. January, February, March, April, May. What the heck? So yeah, make sure you guys do this correctly. I completely messed up. Also, I completely ran out of room. So next year, I'm gonna make 2 pages for this instead. So I had to double up for April, May, and November and December. Now for my video ideas page, I just wanted to make little light bulbs. So I just drew a bunch of different light bulbs, like Edison light bulbs, LED light bulbs, regular light bulbs, and kind of just wanted to have them hanging down. I do wish I made them hang down a little bit further and made them a little bit bigger, but I really do like how this turned out. And I'm using various shades of yellow to color those in because every single light bulb has a different color and a different temperature. Now the next few pages I am making my yearly calendar. So I'm taking my washi tape and I'm sectioning out every single page in 2 so that every 2 pages is 4. And I'm going to do the same thing for 3 whole sets of pages, so that equals 12 pages. So I'm taking my label maker again and I'm just cutting out pieces that say January, February, March, and April. And then I am making sure I don't mess this part up because I have a habit of messing this up. So I am just writing out the weekly calendar and I'm just doing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and making sure that I number all of those dates correctly. And then I don't like how there is no section between February and March, so I decided to grab a washi tape again and just section that off, and I'm really happy I did that because it looks so much better. And I was really inspired by Amanda Rachel Lee. She does a bullet journal setup where she has a year in photos. I didn't want to dedicate another 4 pages for photos, so what I did instead was in my monthly calendars, I was just gonna have an outline of the Polaroid frames, and after January is over, I'm gonna print out a photo that just kind of embodies how I felt about January so that when I look back on this journal in the future, I can see every single month. And then below those photos, I'm gonna have the important dates of that month. And then I'm doing the same thing for the next 2 pages, but I wanted to switch things up. So for this one, I'm putting the photos on the top, then I'm putting the calendar in the middle, and then below the calendar, I'll have all of the important dates. So this was pretty much the last page I was making for my journal, and then I was looking back at my journal and I realized it looked pretty plain. So what I ended up doing was going back to the beginning of my journal and just adding cute little doodles here and there. So for the vision board, I'm just adding more stars and little circles and other sparkles to make it cuter. And then I am taking a light gray marker and just kind of framing out all the frames with cute little doodles as well. And then I'm just using my gold jelly marker to just kind of color everything in to add a little bit of color. And then just adding a little frame to my dream self. And then I really hate how this turned out, but I couldn't go back once I did it. And then I added these little like lines that I hated. So then on the next page, I switched it up and I just added little sparkles. So for things to check out, I just kind of underlined everything in a light gray color, and then I'm just adding a little treble clef or a musical note and just outlining it with a pencil and coloring it in with a black pen. And then for under books, I'm just kind of drawing out a little book. By the way, it is so helpful to sketch out when you have a reference. So just pull up a photo of a book or whatever you want to draw on the side on your phone, and then kind of just trace it out and then color it in. And then of course, I'm just adding more sparkles because sparkles are kind of the theme for 2020 for me. And then I decided for my video ideas page, I wanted to make kind of like a rough outline of where my ideas should go. So I'm just kind of making a little box. And I really like how it turned out. And for my yearly overview, I just framed out my little frames. And that is everything I worked on. So yay, here is my 2020 bullet journal setup. I love how it turned out. Of course, again, I am not the biggest person on doodling. I'm very much a minimalist. I only use stickers and washi tape and a marker to kind of create my look. I really love how this washi tape and sticker page turned out. It's beautiful. I love my vision board. And if you guys want to see more videos from me, let me know down below. I did film a January setup, but I know it is literally the middle of January. I don't know if you guys want to see it. So if you guys do want to see it, let me know down below. Also, if you guys made it to the very end of this video, I want you guys to comment down below. You literally draw like a 3-year-old. Let me know down below if you guys made it to the end, and I'll know if you guys comment that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this bullet journal. I love you guys so much. Make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, everything at MissTiffanyMa. I love you guys. Bye guys!